From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Thursday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSN Sports.net, the Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley sports. For John Moreno, this is Vic Carrillo here at Eagle Field at Southwest High School here on the western landscape of the city of El Centro as the Vincent Memorial Scots journey north 12 miles to the county seat here to take on the hosting El Centro Southwest Eagles. The Scots come in with a 1-2 1-loss record, and the Eagles are coming off a 2-1 1-loss record as we go into the fourth week of the preseason. Without any further ado, let me welcome the voice of choice, the real deal, the master blaster, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Thank you, Vic. Well, here we are at Freeway Field, Eagle Field, where the Southwest Eagles and the Vincent Memorial Scots take it on today, not September 7th, 2023, in a Division 5 San Diego CIF matchup. Both of these in contention in that division, Vic. So this is maybe a precursor to postseason.
Well, last week, the second-ranked in Division 5, Vincent Memorial Scots, played against the El Cajon Braves, ranked number 1, and they lost a heartbreaker to them as too many miscues and incomplete passes and 3 interceptions off the quarterbacking of Jacobo Elias spelled the downfall for the Vincent Memorial Scots. On the other side of the coin, the Eagles come in with a new head coach, Pete Blinko Jr. It's his 4th season of coaching. He brings in the base offense of a West Coast spread. On defense, they like to run a 4-3. Their colors are purple with Vegas gold. Vincent will be wearing the all-white uniforms tonight, John. But we'll talk about the coaches in a little bit. Just before I bring you back, the last time Southwest enjoyed any measured success was in 2017 when, led by Cameron Youngers, Justin Cordova, along with Tyler Sycon, they blitzed the Imperial Valley, the San Diego section, won the CIF championship in their division, made it all the way to the state final game, and in a heartbreaker in the closing seconds of that ball game, lost. But they came in second place. Vincent in 2017, led by Valenzuela, their quarterback, along with Hernan Olivas and the coaching of David Wong and Fernando Santana, also went to the state championship game and lost. That game played at Willis Ward Field in Calexico. So, John, chime in.
This is going to be an exciting matchup. Both teams are hungry. Both teams want to have bragging rights in the Division 5 San Diego CIF. And we're going to see a game, exciting, passing. I know Vincent, that's what they're famous for. And what you said about Southwest, spreading him out and throwing the ball.
Well, Southwest, for the past 3 years since he was a freshman, had Logan Youngers at the helm. But he's classified as an athlete by Coach Blinko. They'll have him all over the field, lining him up at running back, slot back, split out as a wide receiver. Their new quarterback is Matt Mills, and he's a good one, John. So the Vincent defense, particularly their secondary, will have their hands full. On the other side of the coin, Jacobo Elias, he almost has 10,000 total yards accumulated after 3 seasons. Last year he passed for over 2,900 yards with 27 touchdowns to his credit against 13 interceptions. And he also showed that he was a dual threat with his legs, rushing for 780 yards and 7 touchdowns. All in all, he accounted for 3,680 yards.
And that just ain't, that's not chopped liver. He's making stats. He's made stats, and he has 7 games left in the season, in the regular season, to pad his stats. So we're going to see some exciting things from Jacobo Elias throughout this 2023 season.
Well, John, from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez and to Preston Drive, if those knuckle grabbers are tuning in on VSN, they're going to be entertained tonight with the likes of Jacobo Elias, who's a highlight film by himself.
That's absolutely true. And in a moment, we'll be honoring America with the national anthem. And this is September 11th weekend, so all of you, please remember that day.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise and remove your hats for the posting of our nation's colors by the Southwest Cadet Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, and all visitors to the Eagle Nation, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Going for Malo. Malo gets the pass at the 40, and he's going all the way.
Douglas looking, he's going to roll to his right. He's pressured, he throws into the corner, and that's going to be a touchdown by Jota Estrada.
Yes, it is.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eagle Field here along the freeway, Interstate 8, as John Moreno and Vic Carrillo bringing you live action between the visiting Vincent Memorial Catholic High School Scots and the hosting Southwest Eagles. Tonight's game. Last season the Eagles were 1-10. This year they're 2-1 after 3 games under a new head coach in his first year, Pete Blinko. They're a Division 5 school, but they're in the always tough Imperial Valley League. Some of the key players for the Southwest Eagles are Logan Youngers, along with quarterback Matt Mills and running back and defensive linebacker Maitai Cervantes. On the Scots side of the ball, well, you have Jacobo Elias, who we talked about, that runs, passes, and kicks and does everything for the Scots. But on the defensive side, they'll be led by Esteban Turner. He's a cornerback and he's a shutdown defender, and he'll call the defensive signals for Manuel Padilla, his defense for the Scots. We welcome back Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Well, we've got the captains going out there today. We've got for the Eagles, William Lennon, Logan Youngers. We have a lineman out there, number 76, Enrique Torregrosa, and number 27, Fernando Cervantes. And those are the captains for the Southwest Eagles.
For Vincent Memorial, you have number 56 linebacker Juan Carlos Sáenz, a junior 5'7", 190-pounder. Number 8, Jacobo Elias. Number 66, Gabriel Tobias Duarte, who started out as center. Now he's manning the offensive line at offensive guard and a standout for the Vincent Memorial Scots. And I didn't catch the other number 12, their defensive captain, Esteban Turner, who came on late last season. He had to sit out the first 10 practices as he started school late. But once he came in, he was a defensive force to be reckoned with for Vincent Memorial.
Well, we're looking at the coin toss, and apparently the Eagles have won the toss. They will defer and be kicking off to the Vincent Memorial Scots. The Eagles will get the ball in the second half. And we're just about to get started here on this sultry, humid, no breeze in the trees kind of night.
Well, we've got Jesse J.J. Jackson, the head umpire, referee wearing the white hat. He'll be joined by Sal Boxer Carrillo, one of the line judges, and we'll get you the rest of the fine officials from the Imperial Valley Referees Association sometime during the ball game. We'd like to remind our viewing audience that Principal Joe Derma, in his second year here at Southwest, a military veteran, will be our honored halftime guest to grace the VSN halftime show, John.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Esquer Realty. Discover your dream home with Mark Esquer Realty. Our dedicated team is committed to finding the perfect property for you. Trust Mark Esquer of Esquer Realty for all your property needs. The mark of excellence. By Burgers and Beer. For the best burgers in town, it's Burgers and Beer at 260 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Come watch the VSN Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer. And by the El Centro PD, we are dedicated to serve our community through partnerships, professionalism, and uncompromising excellence. That's the El Centro Police Department. And by La Fonda Bar and Grill, a fiesta of flavor in every bite. Experience the vibrant taste of Mexico. La Fonda, an El Centro tradition on 4th Street. Kicking off for the Eagles is number 21. And that is Joel Zapata, back to receive number 7, and number 22 for the Scots. That's Patricio Carranza and Roberto Carranza. And looks like it was dropped and picked up by number 25 for the Scots.
That was Eric Munoz. Offensively, the Scots go with quarterback Jacobo Elias, a 6', 180-pound senior. He'll be joined by Carranza, Roberto, and Joel Cervantes in the backfield. The wide receivers are Andres Pulido, Diego Cisneros, a good one with 19 receptions last year, one of the leading returning receivers, and Oscar Garza. They missed the likes of Andre Rodriguez, that 2-year all-league performer that graduated last year. As Vincent has to replace a lot of graduating seniors on that offensive unit. But they've got a great one in Jacobo Elias. The center is Carlos Valdez. The guards are Andre Camacho and Gustavo Leon. The tackles are Elias, Tobias Duarte, and Claudio Martinez.
1st and 10 at the 29. Carranza takes the handoff. And back and forth and brought down there
by number 52, Domingo Alcaraz.
But he'll pick up 3 yards, 4 yards. 2nd and 6.
So defensively, the Eagles go with Dylan Galacia, Matai Cervantes, Joshua Urrutia, Logan Youngers, Cole Redden, Julian Lopez, Joel Zapata. Will give you the other numbers after this play.
2nd and 6 with Elias in the shotgun by himself. Dropping back. And the pass was deflected by the Eagles, 27. Cervantes playing excellent defense on that play. It'll remain 3rd and 6.
Calling the offensive signals for Vincent Memorial is that standout assistant head coach Fernando Santana, one of the key lieutenants for head coach David Wong. And on the defensive side, you have Manuel Padilla.
Elias back to pass, has time. Goes pretty deep to Carranza, caught at the 39, at the 41, I should say, on the other side, and gets a 1st and 10 and a whole bunch of yardage as he'll cross midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 36 of Southwest.
So just like that, Vincent crosses midfield, takes the ball down to the 36-yard line of Southwest. The ball on the far hash mark. They're going right to left here alongside the freeway, which is behind us. So if the noise of the traveling motorists is a distraction, we apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
1st and 10. Carranza in the backfield. Cervantes in motion on a bad snap, but Elias does make do with it. Takes it up the field until he's pushed out of bounds with a penalty flag.
A pickup of 3 yards on what looked like a busted play there on that snap. 2 penalty flags were thrown. We'll see what the call is from J.J. Jackson.
It was crowded over there when the penalty happened, so it was hard to see from our vantage point. False start. So a 5-yard penalty. And the ball will be spotted. Wait a minute, there was another 2 penalties, but they're going to move it back. No, 1 penalty. No, there's 2. They're going back and forth, Vic. And a penalty against the Eagles. Probably unsportsmanlike.
And that'll be a 1st down. So the ball is advanced to the 25-yard line of El Centro Southwest as the Vincent Memorial Scots in all white uniforms and old gold Las Vegas gold helmets. Southwest in purple uniforms with white numerals.
1st and 10 at the 25 going in. Carranza takes the handoff from Elias, but nothing there. Dropped by number 27 for the Eagles. Fernando Cervantes.
A yard pass behind the line of scrimmage, bringing up 2nd and 11 for the Scots.
So 9:22 first quarter.
That play was broken up by defensive tackle number 57 first, Fabian Villanueva, who made the initial contact on Carranza. So it'll be 2nd and 11, a yard loss on the play. Vincent with doubles, 2 split to the near side and the far side. 1 lone running back alongside.
Elias in the shotgun. We'll probably see him there the whole game. He takes a snap, rolling out, airs it out, deep. And the pass was bobbled in the end zone.
That was number 24 for Vincent Memorial. Not able to find the handle on the ball. That was Joel Cervantes. He had a touchdown there. The ball bounced off his inside of his forearms and into the hands of the defender. But the defender, by the time he was able to regain control, was already out of the end zone. So a fortunate break for the Scots that the ball wasn't intercepted, and also the Eagles benefiting that it didn't go for a touchdown.
3rd and 11 for the Scots.
So a young receiving crew for the Scots, and that's what caused Elias to try to overcompensate for their inexperience.
Elias has time, will decide to keep. Gets some yardage, and we'll take it to about the 16-yard line, almost a 1st down.
Picked up about 10 yards on the play. It was a 3rd and 11. Now it's a 4th and a short 1 for the Scots. Elias also a field goal kicker for the Scots as he punts, passes, and kicks like the old Ford mortars used to do back in the day, John.
The PP and K. So 4th and short. Elias will go under center. Doubles with Cervantes in the backfield. Elias will keep it and just keeps going.
But a penalty flag on the play may deny that first down effort.
And it'll. J.J. Jackson is pointing to the side of the Scots, a false start. They'll get another shot, but they'll be further back.
Illegal formation is going to be charged to the Scots. That's going to bring the ball back 5 yards. 4th down.
So rather than a running play, an obvious passing play for Vincent Memorial, the ball at their Eagles 16-yard line. If you just joined us, no score in the ball game, 8:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Vincent taking the opening kickoff and advancing the ball inside Eagle territory via the pass, the run, as well as some penalties that have benefited the Scots' first offensive drive.
4th and 6 for Jacobo Elias and the Scots. The other Cervantes in motion. Elias, time over the middle, incomplete. The pass intended for number 4.
Miguel Reese.
Or outstretched for the Scots. Number
So
4,
the Scots
Reese.
aren't able to convert.
The Eagles are going to take over on downs. 1st and 10, Southwest.
So the Southwest Eagles will be coming out under the direction of Matt Mills, the quarterback. He'll be joined in the backfield with Cervantes, number 4, Youngers, number 5, Lillian, number 13. The wideouts are Andres Lopez, 19, Julian Lopez, 20, and Underwood, number 32.
Matt Mills under center. 1st and 10 at the 21 for the Eagles. Hand off to number 4, Cervantes Matai. Matai Cervantes picks up a couple, bringing up 2nd and 8. 8:02 remaining in the first quarter.
Defensively, the Bulldogs, excuse me, I keep saying the Bulldogs, man.
That's not till tomorrow, Vic.
Right. Defensively, Vincent Memorial goes with number 7, Carranza, number 9, Zavala, number 12, Turner, 23, Davalos, number 25, Munoz, 31, Lucio Ascolani, a returning all-leaguer, only a junior, number 32, Ricardo Montiel, the third, along with Marco Polo Tejeda, 50, will give you the linebackers after this play.
Mills to Cervantes, coming out of the backfield. And brought down there by number 31. That is Lucio Ascolani.
Lucio Ascolani making that tackle. He led the team last year with 78 tackles, and he's the leading tackler this season with 27 already for the Scots as after 3 games.
So brings up a 3rd and 7 for Southwest. The ball at their own 25-yard line.
Playing center field for the Scots defensively is Patricio Carranza, number 7, only a sophomore.
Mills and Cervantes in the backfield. Mills with a shotgun snap. Looking to his left side, airs it out, and almost intercepted by number 12.
Esteban Turner, the defensive captain and a coach on the field.
Intended for the receiver, number 13, Captain William Lillian. That's going to bring up 4th down for the
So
Eagles.
4th and long for the Eagles. 6:36 remaining, first quarter.
So the Southwest Eagles, under first-year head coach Pete Blinko, not able to come up with anything offensively here, as number 22 for the Eagles will be punting. That's Andrew Flores.
And back to receive for the Scots.
It's Carranza.
One of the brothers. Are they brothers, the Carranzas?
Well, that's number 7. He's not related.
Okay.
So, well, that's Patricio Carranza. They're both wearing black socks or navy blue socks. That's what also makes it a little confusing. So we'll just rely on the numbers, John. You can't go wrong with the numbers.
Okay.
One is wearing number 9, and the other is wearing number 22.
Patricio Carranza standing at his own 44-yard line. Eagles getting set to punt. Fairly good punt. It'll take an Eagle bounce. Nobody will return it. Inside the 40 to about the 35-yard line where the Scots will take over 1st and 10.
And that ball was down by Cole Redden. Today's game is being brought to you by
The Imperial County Health Department. The mission of the Imperial County Health Department is to promote, protect, and support the health of the people. Visit our website at icphd.org. And by Letterman and Bros. Have you earned your varsity letter? We'll get your Letterman jacket started today. Call Dan at Letterman and Bros, 693-5034. Letterman and Bros. And by Reach Medical Response Service. Donnie Wharton reminds you that when seconds count, you can depend on Reach Medical Transportation Services. Elias and Cervantes in the back. This is another Cervantes for the Scots. He'll take the snap, give it to Cervantes, and brought down hard at the 37 by number 27 for the Eagles. That is Fernando Cervantes.
So you've got the Cervantes connection here on both sides of the ball, John. We talked about familiar first names. Now we've got a lot of last names being repeated.
Is there Miguel Cervantes? That's the guy who wrote Don Quixote.
Don't forget, it's not the Carranza brothers, John.
The Carranza, the guy from the history of Mexico. I forgot his name. 2nd and 8 for the Scots. Elias back to pass on a screen. Flare right side. Nothing there as the pass was caught by number 4, Miguel Ruiz.
Okay, that was number 8, Alejandro Serrano, the junior defensive back on the far side of the field, coming in to make that tackle as he read the play right away and alertly and quickly came in and made a bone-jarring tackle. So the Scots are now faced with a 3rd and 10, the ball at their own 35. They're going right to left on your visual screen. The Eagles defending the western goal here on another sultry September night, a Thursday night.
Elias rolling out, looking. Now he's scrambling, and he almost gets sacked. Airs it out. A man is open, caught number 2, and taking it.
Oscar Garza.
Oscar Garza, touchdown, Vincent Memorial.
Well, you can't count Jacobo Elias out, and you never can be comfortable that you've got him trapped in the backfield because he's very elusive. He runs well to his right or to his left. He's a slippery type runner as he escaped the clutches of the defensive rush, and he alertly found Garza down the left sideline in front of the Eagle bench, and as a result, the Scots with 4:14 remaining draw first blood and take a 6-0 lead as Garza with a hold, and the left-footed Elias will be kicking.
He was almost getting sacked in the backfield, but got away, aired it out, found a receiver around the 30. He was open, and now he's going to have to try bad snap. Going to try for the 2-point, but there he goes, and he's opening it up in the air. And nobody there, so it'll end right here at the 6-0.
Well, the Scots
4:14 to go.
The Scots come into tonight's game 1-2, John. They've lost 2 heartbreaking close games, and it's because of mental mistakes and physical miscues. That's why you play the preseason, and those are the things that David Wong and Fernando Santana have to iron out and correct.
And normally, Jacobo Elias, when he's scrambling, he can connect, and he's probably dangerous when he's scrambling.
Well, what happened there is he was scrambling, but there weren't any receivers that were going out into the pass pattern, into the end zone. So he just threw it up for grabs there, and it came into the clutches of an Eagle defender.
And in those instances, with bad snaps on a point after, the holder should have yelled fire, and that would have allowed the receivers to go in the outside directions.
Fire. The last time I heard that was in 1968 when I was listening to an album played by Deep Purple, excuse me.
Or Jimi Hendrix, too. He played Fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Anyway, 4:14 remaining first quarter. 6-0. The Scots are kicking off. Number 5 and number 13 for the Eagles.
Logan Youngers is number 5.
And number 13, William Lillen. It'll go into the end zone, and the Eagles will take it at the 20, 1st and 10.
So doing the kickoff duties for Vincent Memorial is Jacobo Elias. And so coming out for their second offensive series will be the Southwest Eagles under quarterback number 15, Matt Mills. They find themselves down by 6-0 deficit, 4:14 remaining here in the first quarter. Plenty of time to get back in the ball game, but they'll be starting out at their own 20-yard line. They're going left to right. Scots defending the eastern goal.
Mills and Cervantes. Mills out of the shotgun. Quick pass, caught. Youngers, and is pushed out of bounds
Receiver number 5, Captain Logan Youngers.
for about a yard gain.
In to make the stop for Vincent Memorial, number 31, Lucio Ascolani. The leading tackler, along with Manuel Montaño, for the Vincent Memorial defense.
He's sending out 13. That is William Lillen.
And Julian Lopez goes in to replace him here on the near sideline.
Cervantes with the handoff. Gains a couple, bringing it 3rd and 7.
So Matt Mills hands off to Cervantes, running up the middle, not able to pick up any yardage, running against Fimbres, Emilio Fimbres, number 52.
About the 23-yard line, bringing up 3rd down for the Eagles.
So the linebackers are Juan Carlos Sáenz, Manuel Montaño, along with number 32, Ricardo Montiel.
Eagles need this opportunity to get a first down. Mills and Cervantes. Mills gets pressured and brought down.
And that was number 9 for Pablo Zavala, making the sack for Vincent Memorial.
And now the Eagles bring out their punting unit.
Well, John, that was a secondary coverage sack there, as the secondary, led by Esteban Turner, had all the receivers blanketed on the deep end, and on the short end you had
So there was a fumble.
There was a fumble on the play, recovered by Vincent Memorial.
No.
Apparently wasn't called a dead ball. So number 21 for Joel Zapata will be punting inside his own 5-yard line.
Patricio Carranza standing at midfield. 2:03 remaining first quarter. 6-0. Vincent. High snap. He'll get it off. And it'll take a Scott bounce to about the 46. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10.
Punt on that play is going to be spotted at the
So
46-yard line.
another
Scots will take over.
defensive struggle for
1st and 10 for Vincent Memorial.
So, John, as the teams are coming out and changing sides, what are the keys for a Southwest victory? And then you can enlighten us as the keys for a Vincent victory tonight. keep it at a minimum of 2 to 3 keys.
I have a master key. No, Vincent's got to keep it in the air. That's where they find their most success. And we're looking at Cervantes on the Eagle side to run the ball. He hasn't found Youngers yet, but that's another target that he needs to capitalize on.
So
Mills
has to utilize the tools in his toolbox
right.
that are provided to him, and Elias has to rely on his aerial attack as well and develop his younger receivers like Cisneros and Cervantes.
Running the jet sweep. Cervantes with the ball. And he'll turn it up the field, take it to about the 31, and probably good enough for a first down. So a pickup of 10 yards on that
Domingo
carry.
Alcaraz making that tackle there from his middle linebacking position, but not until Joel Cervantes was able to pick up some good yardage on that jet sweep. And it gives the Eagle defense something else to think about as well, besides the passing ability of Jacobo Elias.
So 1st and 10 from the 36.
Roberto Carranza flanking Elias to his left. Ball tipped by number 88 of the Kenneth Urquidez. They're getting his hands up like all defensive linemen are taught. So an incomplete pass. It'll be a 2nd and 10. The ball still at the 36-yard line of Southwest. The ball at the near hash mark here in front of the Eagle bench. So they're getting a close-up view of their defense as well as the offensive skill set of Jacobo Elias and his gifted receivers in Diego Cisneros, Andres Pulido, and Oscar Garza.
Timeout is called, and we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
InnerCare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Scots have the ball with doubles. Elias in the backfield, out of the shotgun. Giving it to Carranza. Finds room. Evades tacklers, but is finally tackled at the 32-yard line after he picks up 5 yards.
Running behind the blocking of center, Carlos Valdez, number 70, and right guard, number 74, Gustavo Leon. They found a running lane. He almost broke it loose as Carranza comes in, number 13 for Vincent. Diego Mendoza goes to the sideline to get the play from Fernando Santana, and it looks like a time has been called.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
32 going in. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, the Scots. We're starting the second quarter of play. The Scots are at the 32 of Southwest. It is third and about 6 with trips left. Elias out of the shotgun.
Well, with the second quarter ready to begin, we're changing sides left to right. Go the Eagles.
Elias steps it up, evading tacklers, and finally brought down around the 25, 24-yard line.
Number 8, quarterback Captain Jacobo Elias.
So get a 1st and 10 on that run by Elias. Couldn't find a receiver. He keeps it, and he's also dangerous underneath and in the middle.
Well, last year, John, Elias passed for 2,920 yards and 27 touchdown passes. He ran for 780 yards and scored 7 touchdowns on the run. So he's a dual threat with his arm or with his legs. So that keeps defensive coordinators awake all night when they have to play against Vincent Memorial.
Under center with Carranza and Cervantes in the backfield. Elias takes a snap. Carranza spinning. And he'll pick up 3 yards.
So trying to run behind the blocking of Gabriel Tobias Duarte. A short gain there. It'll be second and about 8 yards to go. The ball at the 24-yard line.
Torregrosa
Make it
was
the 22-yard line, John. Sorry for interrupting
the
you.
tackler.
I won't do it again.
Yeah, right. You've been doing it for 30 years. Okay, so a 2nd and 8.
So in for the Eagles to reinforce the defensive front, number 74, Humberto Rascon.
Trips close to the left side. Elias getting away again. Airs it out, passes caught. Carranza takes it inside the 5 to about the 1-yard line. A pickup of 15, 16 yards, making it a 1st and goal and stopped by Dylan Galicia.
Dylan Galicia making that tackle there inside the 5. 1st and goal for the Scots at the 1-yard line. So with 10:06 remaining here in the second quarter, Vincent looking to increase its 6-0 advantage over the hosting Eagles of Southwest High School on a very sultry night. Not only is it hot, John, it's humid.
Doubles. And now he's going to put Carranza as a receiver, spreading everybody out. Elias will take it in from a yard out. Touchdown, Vincent Memorial, but there's a flag on the play. False start against the Scots.
So the Scots thus far have been their own worst enemy, with penalties nullifying 2 scores here in the first half. So they'll have to go back on the drawing board with a 1st and goal. 9:35 remaining here in the second quarter. The ball moved back from the 1-yard line to the 6-yard line. Ball still near hash mark as Elias coming back from the sideline, getting the play from Fernando Santana, the assistant head coach. David Wong, their head coach in his 9th year coaching at Vincent Memorial, has enjoyed measurable success with the Vincent Memorial Football Program, providing outstanding leadership and stability along with Santana and the remainder of their coaching staff.
Elias Carranza in motion. Cervantes in motion, looking for him. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Vincent Memorial, but another penalty flag thrown.
Offensively, left to right, the Scots go with Duarte, Camacho, the centers, Valdez,
The Scots, another 5-yard
Leon, and Martinez
ball at the 11
are the offensive linemen.
And it'll be first and goal from the 11 now as another false start penalty against the Scots. So they're moving the ball, but they're moving it back because of penalties.
John, as an former offensive lineman supreme that you were at right tackle, what's the key to keeping offensive players from going off sides? Keeping it simple on the first count?
You've got to be
hut one. If they're lacking that discipline to wait for a long count, particularly when you get inside the red zone.
Well, you've got to concentrate, Vic, and you've got to drill it at practice. There's a takeoff drill that the coaches have, just so they can the players can get used to the cadence, and a touchdown.
Just like that, cool, calm, and collected.
Vincent Memorial.
Jacobo Elias passing to number 7, or number 2. Number 2, correction. Oscar Garza, his second touchdown reception of tonight.
So another 6 for the Scots.
So the Elias Garza connection working its magic for a second time tonight here in the first half with 9:23 remaining in the second quarter. Vincent Memorial 12, the Eagles 0, as Elias getting ready for the point after attempt.
And Elias will not split the upright, and it is wide right.
Extra point attempt after the touchdown is unsuccessful.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Sanders Incorporated Architecture and Engineering. Experience innovative design with Jimmy Sanders Architecture and Engineering. From dream to reality, Sanders Incorporated is a proud supporter of Imperial Valley football, and we wish all our Imperial Valley schools a safe and successful season. By Keystone HR, unlock your company's potential with Keystone HR, the trusted partner for all your human resources needs. From talent acquisition to employee development, we're here to streamline your HR processes and elevate your workforce. Call us at 357-2929. By Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Order to go or come in for that Italian dining experience. By Sunbelt Rentals. Need equipment for your next project? Look to the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. We've got the tools you need, whether it's big or small, from construction to do-yourself. Sunbelt Rentals on Highway 86 in Imperial. Call us today or visit sunbeltrentals.com.
So Elias getting set to kick off. Deep to receive inside their own 10. Youngers along with Galicia.
It'll be picked up by number 20.
That's Julian Lopez.
20 for the Eagles, Julian Lopez.
And he returns the ball
Gets pressed down by the
over the 30-yard line, back to about the 36.
First and 10.
Make it the 37 of Southwest as we get set. 9:15 remaining here in the second quarter. Vincent Memorial 12, Southwest 0.
Mills under center with a pro set. Cervantes, the ball carrier, runs into a wall.
And that was number 23 for Vincent Memorial, making that stop, Nicholas Davalos.
So getting back to that takeoff drill, the quarterback would clap his hands, would call in the first sound or the second sound, and everybody would have to clap. And who wouldn't clap, you'd have to run 40s after practice. And you had to be right on time. Louis Montaño did it really well back in the day.
Make sure they had to run 40s done, not drink them.
Well, in my class, it was different. So a nice pass to number 5.
Youngers.
Youngers going all the way down the near sideline. 20-15, 10-5. Touchdown! Southwest Eagles all the way back from about the 37-yard line. So a 63-yard pass reception. Logan Younger's taking it to the house.
So Matt Mills, the new quarterback for the 2023 season, connecting with a former quarterback, Logan Youngers, as he unselfishly moved to the wide receiver position, and the connection, it provides dividends for Coach Pete Blinko as the Eagles dent the scoreboard. It's 12-6, 8:44 remaining. And now we'll find out what they want to do for an extra point attempt. Do they want to kick or do they want to go for two?
It looks like they're going to go for two.
You know what's interesting, John, is Southwest has two fight songs. They just played the Notre Dame fight song.
And UCLA.
And UCLA, the Sons of Westwood.
Running the option. 32, that's Underwood.
Oleon Underwood, brought down by number 56, Juan Carlos Science, that outstanding linebacker, only a junior for Vincent Memorial, averaging 4 tackles a game this season, and he adds to his total on that tackle.
The Town Pump Steakhouse, open Tuesday through Saturday in Westmoreland. The Town Pump serves up delicious, savory steaks and lobster dinners. Come by and experience a Valley tradition for over 50 years. Marianne Valenzuela Family State Farm Insurance, your trusted partner for protection and peace of mind, with personalized coverage and 24/7 customer support. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Thank you, Marianne Valenzuela Family, for your support of Imperial Valley football. And Prime Hydration, with bold, thirst-quenching flavors to help you refresh, replenish, and refuel. Prime, brought to you by Alfred's Distributing. And Almada's Mattress and Furniture. Brand name mattresses and furniture at the best prices in Southern California. In Imperial, 421 West Dayton. That's Almada's Mattress and Furniture. End over end kick, fielded at the 25.
Number 7, Patricio Carranza.
Carranza taking it to about the 32-yard line.
Making the stop there, Chance Bermudez, number 25. So Vincent Memorial going left to right on your TV dial will come out under the quarterbacking leadership of Jacobo Elias, the standout senior.
8:37 remaining first quarter. Elias spreading out the offense, trips right.
He's like the lonesome dove there in the backfield, John.
Looking around, looking. This time gets another. Oh, they can't sack Jacobo Elias, Vic.
He's like the Houdini.
And he keeps going. He is hard to bring down, Vic. He'll take it inside the 40.
John, that looked like you in your front yard playing against your young nephews and the neighborhood kids, John, just scrambling and rambling.
He's
a highlight reel by himself.
Yeah, he could have been sacked several times, but gets away.
Well, you can't finish your announcing when Jacobo Elias decides to run with a football.
Stands with poise in the pocket, doesn't find anybody, and he decides to go.
He certainly is able to continue the play, John. So a first down in Eagle territory, the ball at the 38-yard line of Southwest on the near hash mark. Split to the near side is number 4, Miguel Ruiz. Number 1, Pereira in the slot.
Elias underthrows his intended receiver, number 2,
Oscar Garza, who already has 2 touchdown receptions tonight to his credit, giving the Scots the 12 points on the scoreboard.
Looks like we have a timeout, and we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. We're back live here at Eagle Field, Southwest High School. Matchup between the Scots and the Eagles. Scots up 12-6, second quarter, 7:11 remaining. Elias out of the shotgun for the Scots, double doubles. Intercepted by number 76 for the Southwest Eagles.
Enrique Torres Goza.
And a lineman's dream, he blocks the pass, grabs it, brings it in.
But Johnny had too much green grass ahead of him. He was able to be pulled down quickly by Elias, the quarterback. Or not Elias, but that was number 7 for the Scots, Patricio Carranza. So Vincent turns the ball over inside the 45-yard line of Southwest. So the Southwest Eagles dodge a bullet with 7:05 remaining here in the second quarter. They find themselves down by 6 points, 12-6, as number 2, Cole Redden, split out to the near side. Youngers in motion.
People weren't set, so they're going to. It's against the Scots on an encroachment call. Move it up to midfield. It'll be 1st and 5 from there.
You know, not Danny Youngers, that's his dad, but Logan Youngers was a quarterback the last 3 seasons. I wouldn't be surprised during this game if we see an end around where he gets a pitch and fires a pass downfield, particularly if it's going to be a game breaker in the closing minutes of this ball game.
Cervantes with a handoff. And loses 2 yards.
He's tripped up immediately by number 52, Emilio Fimbres, the nose guard. Also assisting on the play, number 56, 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz.
Second and 6 for the Eagles. Right around midfield at their own 48. Mills, right side. The pass is caught there, number 19.
Andres Lopez.
The ball at the 48-yard line. That's going to bring up third
So
down
he
for the
crosses midfield and goes to the 48 of the Vincent Memorial Scots.
So it'll be a 3rd down and a short 4 yards. Into the ball game with a play is Maitai Cervantes, the leading rusher for the Eagles thus far after 3 games. Comes into the game with 180 yards rushing.
Mills with doubles. Steps up, airs it out, finds a receiver, caught. Number 2, that's Cole Redden in the middle, in the seam, gets a big first down as the Eagles take it to the Scott 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Move those chains.
Well, a very athletic throw by Matt Mills as he came up in the middle of the pocket and throwing on the run off his back foot, was able, really like jumping, able to make that completion.
Cervantes with a handoff, he'll pick up a few, more like 4, and take it inside the 20 to about the 17.
In to make the stop for Vincent Memorial, number 31, Lucio Ascolani.
And they're running a no huddle with a pro set. 32 the ball carrier. That's Underwood. scrambling close to the first down marker. Pick up 6. He'll get the first down. Looks like a timeout is called. Southwest, we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Back at Eagle Field here in the second quarter, 4:31 to go, 12-6 Scots, but the Eagles are knocking on the door on a 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line, it looks like. Mills under center, pro set. Looking to pass, shoots it over. It's caught, touchdown. Number 13, that's William Lillian, touchdown. Southwest tying the game at 12. A beautifully thrown pass by Matt Mills to Lillian.
And covering on the play for Vincent Memorial was number 7, Patricio Carranza, but a beautifully placed pass by Mills that only Lillian was able to come up with a grab. And so with 4:26 remaining here in the second quarter, we're all tied up at Eagle Field as the Southwest Eagles have caught up with the Vincent Memorial Scots as we get set for the point after attempt by Jonah Estrada.
And this one is no good. It's
blocked.
Kicks it into the center. So with 4:26 to go in the first half, we're tied at 12, and we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience.
We're live at Eagle Field, tied at 12. 4.5 minutes to go in this first half. The Eagles are kicking off to the Scots in Division 5 action here in the Imperial Valley. Number 24 for the Scots brings it up, takes it to the 39. That is Cervantes.
So the Scots will take over with 4:16 remaining. The ball will be just shy of the 40-yard line, make it the 39. So Vincent Memorial misfiring here in the second quarter, trying to get back on the right track with Jacobo Elias, the standout senior quarterback, at the helm. He's joined by Carranza
coming out of
in
doubles.
the backfield.
Fakes the dive, will keep it. Oh, and this time it's brought down hard by number
52, Domingo Alcaraz, their middle linebacker.
And he read it extremely well as he saw Elias coming out of the backfield with the football.
It
He
looked
only,
like-
he only does that when he's scrambling or we can't find a receiver. This time it was scripted for him to run the ball.
Well, he picked up 2 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 8. The ball at the Scott 41-yard line.
Carranza in the backfield with Elias on doubles. Elias is looking to throw, has time, shoots it deep, and
No flags.
that looked pretty close. He was all over him like a cheap suit.
Overthrown the intended receiver downfield to the Scots.
And that was number 1,
Reese.
Miguel Ruiz.
It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Scots.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 for Vincent Memorial.
No, it looked like Alvaro Pereira. So I wonder why they didn't call that. Anyway, we won't debate it. It's now a 3rd and long at the 41.
So split to the near side. Miguel Ruiz, number 4. At the far side is Oscar Garza.
Elias rolling out left. Shoots it low. Intended for number 2.
Garza, he was wide open. Ball hit him right in the hands. At midfield, he would have had a first down if he would have come up with a reception. And as a result, it'll now be a 4th down play for the Scots.
And we'll have to, the Scots will have to punt the football away.
And coming into punt is number 19, Jose Quintana, wearing the orange shoes. Back deep for the Eagles will be number 20, Julian Lopez.
Quintana will air it out. End over end, it'll take a Scott bounce inside the 40, inside the 35. And it'll be spotted right about the 33-yard line for the Eagles on a 1st and 10. 3:18 remaining, 2nd quarter.
1st and 10, Southwest.
First and 10 for the Southwest Eagles. Inside the 30 at the 28. Matai Cervantes trips to the left side. Mills out of the shotgun. Going to his right. A man is wide open and overthrows number 13.
Slightly overthrown.
That is William Lillian.
13, Captain William Lillian. That's going to bring up
Lillian wide open by about 5 yards downfield, but the ball was overthrown by another 5 yards. Otherwise, the Eagles would have had another quick 6 there to give them the lead in this tight ball game, 12-12. So with 3:06 remaining here in the first half, thus far, both teams at a standoff, 12-12.
Trips right. Mills out of the shotgun. Screens it.
Youngers.
Pass is caught. He finds some running room. He could go all the way. Crossing midfield, 40, 30. He is gone. Touchdown. Southwest Eagles on a screen to Youngers from Mills. Puts another 6 points on the board and takes it to the house.
Well, that kind of explains why they put Youngers out at the receiver end so they could take advantage of his speed and get him out in the open and his running ability. The younger brother of Cameron Youngers off that champion 2017 team and the cousin of Tyler Sycon and Justin Cordova displaying the same type of skill ability there as he breaks that long run from the 28-yard line for a 72-yard touchdown run. Pass, catch, and run.
Going for 2. Mills, Cervantes, and the 2-point is good. And so, with 2:53 remaining first half, 20-12, Southwest. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901.
We're back at Eagle Field on an excellent throw by Mills to Youngers on a screen. Takes it from the 37 all the way down the field and putting another 6 points on the board for the Eagles. Are kicking off late in the second quarter. Eagles up 20-12.
So with 2:53 remaining here in the first half, Southwest 20, Vincent Memorial 12, as we await the Southwest kick from number 21, Joel Zapata.
Carranza and Cervantes ready to return. It'll be this time, it'll be 22, it'll be Carranza. And stopped at the 25 from a fired up Southwest Eagle team.
So tonight they're honoring those from 9/11, John. This is what, the 22nd year that will be commemorating the anniversary of 9/11. So Acobo needing to rally his troops as they take over at their own 25-yard line.
Elias over the middle, out throwing number 2. That is Oscar Garza.
So Garza running a post pattern from the far side, open as he had a step on the defender, but the pass overthrown. So the Scots will be faced with a long 2nd and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Into the ball game to play to shore up the defensive line, number 11, Ethan Vasquez for Southwest. Double-doubles employed by Vincent Memorial.
Elias rolling out and hits his receiver down already, number 4.
Pass is complete to number 4,
Miguel Ruiz.
spotting the ball at the 40-yard line. First down, Vincent Memorial.
So Miguel Ruiz running a 10 and in pattern, kind of like a button hook. The ball thrown at his shoe tops, and Ruiz able to scoop it up to make that fine reception, giving the Scots a first down and keeping this drive alive with 2:33 remaining.
Elias going over the middle. Incomplete, almost had his receiver there, Garza.
Garza had it in his hands and it caromed off.
Number 2, Oscar Garza, bringing up third down for the Scots.
So third.
So it's a frustrating development thus far, as Elias has seen several catchable balls fall incomplete. So with 2:22 remaining in the second quarter, Eagles 20, Scots 12. Scots faced with a 2nd and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
Elias looking, finds number 22, that's Carranza, but not much there, Vic. Trying to find that magic.
Number 27, Fernando Cervantes for the Eagles, there to break that screen pass up and not allow Cervantes any running room, or Carranza, excuse me. So it'll be 3rd and 9.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Eagles enjoying a 20-12 lead over the Division 5 rivals here in the San Diego CIF section.
The Scots running behind the center, Carlos Valdez, along with Camacho, Leon, Duarte, and Martinez, need to provide some offensive line protection.
There goes Elias. And this time he didn't have what he usually has, and that's breakaway. Brought down by number 52 for the Eagles. That is Domingo Alcaraz.
So it'll be a 4th down play for Vincent Memorial. A punting situation. Going back to receive number 20, Julian Lopez. He'll be standing inside his own 30, about the 25-yard line. Punting number 19, Jose Quintana.
And the timeout is called. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Lee Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Back at Eagle Field with a minute, 10 seconds to go. Scots are about to punt to the Southwest Eagles, and standing right around his 25-yard line is number 20 for the Eagles.
Julian Lopez.
And he won't try to return it. It'll be down right at the 29-yard line.
By Esteban Turner, number 12. So with 1:03 remaining here in the second quarter, the Eagles will take over, trying to extend on their 20-12 lead over the visiting Vincent Memorial Scots. So, John, your observations thus far after almost 2 quarters of play.
Well, the Eagles were down, but they had the wherewithal to pick themselves up, and now they're up by a touchdown against the vaunted attack of the Southwest Eagles, and it looks like Youngers and Mills were a big part of that offense.
That's right, and their resilience has shown through here. As it looked like Vincent was going to put this game away early.
Mills steps up, looking for a receiver. That's Underwood. No, number 13, William Lillian.
And that was Esteban Turner there to make the deflection.
He got shaken up.
I don't know if he got hit in the eye.
But he's back.
As the receiver, the intended receiver, wanted to make sure that he couldn't catch the football, intercept the football, and so he tried to deflect it beyond his reach, and he may have gotten his fingers inside the face mask of Turner. Turner will go off the field, try to get his eyes cleared.
2nd and 10 for Southwest. Under a minute to go.
So 58 seconds remaining. It'll be 2nd and 10. The ball at the 28-yard line.
Julian Lopez and Mills in the backfield for the Eagles. Mills steps up and slides into about the 36 for a pickup of 7.
Quarterback scramble by number 15, Matt Mills Jr.
So
Slides in at the
timeout called by Southwest.
they've got 47 seconds. And tonight's game is brought to you by CR&R Incorporated, Environmental Services. Are penalties piling up in your trash area? Team up with CR&R Environmental Services, your local MVPs in trash and recycling. Just like your favorite football squad, we're all about teamwork. Tackle waste problems head on with our reliable collection services that'll keep your community in winning shape. That's CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. By Jesus Cachu Escobar, Supervisor District 1, proud sponsor of VSN. Jesus Escobar would like to thank his constituents of District 1 and is proud to support the Valley Sports Network. By Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Experience excellence with Ivy Welding and Mechanical, and we'll get to them after this play by the Eagles. Flare pass, 13. That is William Lillian, still on his feet and crossing midfield to inside the 40 at the 39. A big first down for the Southwest Eagles. And a timeout is called by the Eagles. Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Our skilled team delivers top-notch welding and mechanical solutions for your industrial needs, from precision welding to machinery maintenance. We've got you covered. Choose Ivy Welding and Mechanical for quality, craftsmanship, and unmatched reliability. Contact us today. Fred is there at 482-WELD, 482-WELD, and by Que Pasa Calexico. Listen to the Que Pasa Calexico podcast with candid conversations with many of the Imperial Valley personalities. Jose Alejos has been hosting the podcast for over 6 years. Remember, that's Que Pasa Calexico. Learn, grow, and make the Imperial Valley a better place. And by Havens Landscaping. For all your rock and landscaping materials needed for your home or business, give Havens a call at 760-352-6735. Well, we're here, Vic, at Eagle Field with 35 seconds to go the first half. Eagles have the football at the Scott 39-yard line. They're up 20-12 on a 1st and 10 coming up. In the backfield is Cervantes and Mills. Mills, shotgun, penalty flags. Looking for a receiver, intercepted by the Vincent Scots. That is number 32 for Vincent. That's Ricardo Montiel. But it's a first and 10 for the Eagles on that penalty. So that series is over. Now it's 31 seconds to go in the first half. And the Scots have the football way back inside their 5-yard line. What do you think they're going to do, Vic? They've got
that
97 yards.
That intercepted pass inside their own 10-yard line serves as a punt. But you have Elias standing 3 yards into his own end zone, doubles. So with Vincent Memorial, looks like they're going to try to make something happen with 31 seconds remaining.
Thrown from his end zone, looking for a receiver. He finds a man, number 4, going all the way down.
That's Miguel Reese.
Reese, touchdown, Vincent.
96 yards.
Unbelievable. He had Acobo in the end zone, finding a receiver, streaking down the visitor sideline, and finds him. Reese is
just
open.
Like question mark in the Mysterians.
Exactly.
Mysterians, 96 tiers.
If you can do that. How many yards was that? 96?
96 yards. A beautiful pass by Elias to the streaking Miguel Reese, running down the far sideline, catching the ball past the 50-yard line. The ball went over 50 yards in the air, and then Reese, with his speed, outrunning the Southwest Eagles secondary. So Vincent back into the ball game with 21 seconds remaining in the second quarter, 20-18. We'll be back with more in a minute from your sponsors.
Casbro's Design Shop offers trophies, awards, custom t-shirts, embroidery, signs, and banners.
We just moved, so there's millions of
dahlias in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew a quarter of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new products on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as
largemouth bass.
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
Live at Eagle Field, waiting for the point after for the Scots. They're going to go for 2.
They're going to eschew the
try to tie it up.
Point after attempt by Elias, and they're going to try to get 2 points here. Elias in shotgun formation. Carranza in motion.
Looking for his receiver, finds him. That's number 2. That is Oscar Garza. And just like that, we are tied going in to the halftime.
Well, you know, John, this game is shaping up as whoever has the ball last offensively may win this, might decide the game. So with 18.5 seconds remaining, Vincent Memorial, just like that, comes back to stun the Southwest Eagles and silence the crowd here, except for the drum line, as they tie the score 20-20. Oscar Garza, who already has 2 touchdown receptions to his credit, snares that 2-point conversion pass from Jacobo Elias to tie the ball game. So Elias will be setting the football up at his 40-yard line for the kickoff. Back to receive. Logan Youngers on the near side, and number 3, Dylan Galicia on the far side, the 2 deep backs for Southwest, standing inside their own 5-yard line.
William Lillian will take, looks like it's going in his direction, Vic. He'll field it inside the 10. He's bringing it up and running into the Scott kickoff team. There's penalty flags.
Okay, all I could see was the 3 there,
right,
but there was a 1 before it, so it was a 13. You have eyes like a hawk, John.
Well, these binoculars are helping, Vic.
So as our halftime guest, John, if we're lucky, we were scheduled to have 2 of the athletic directors, Ruben Valenzuela from Southwest, along with Carlos Soto from Vincent Memorial, but because of their administrative duties and health issues, we're going to have Joe Derma, the new Southwest principal in his 2nd year, here to come up, and once he's able to get away from his administrative duties during the halftime presentation, come up and give us some insight on what's taking place at Southwest High School for the fall of the 23-24 school year.
Personal foul against the Eagles. Personal foul against the Scots. Those penalties offset. The ball will be placed at the 30.
On the field, the flag, personal foul will be charged.
And the Eagles will have a chance to do something. We're tied at 20. 8 seconds to go.
32-yard line. That's going to bring first down to Southwest.
And we go into the halftime.
Well, you have Cole Redden split to the near side. Keep an eye on Youngers. Number 5.
And reversing the play, that is Youngers now. Breaks a tackle. Stutter steps at the 40 and out of bounds. And that'll be it for the first half of play. We're tied at 20. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Monkey has prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah!
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
InnerCare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901. Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Kaz Bros Design Shop offers trophies, awards, custom t-shirts, embroidery, signs, and banners.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new products on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass?
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beers and the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen,
The monkey is prime!
this season we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah!
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with 7:50 remaining here during the halftime show provided by the Southwest Marching Band and their drill team and flag team. If you're just tuning in, it's a 2020 ball game as Vincent Memorial, in recapping the first half, jumped out to a quick 12-0 lead behind the passing of Jacobo Elias and the receiving of Oscar Garza. But then Matt Mills in the second quarter started to heat up, along with the receiving and running of Logan Youngers, and they tied the score up 20-20, they took the lead 20-12, and then a 96-yard touchdown pass play from Jacobo Elias to Miguel Ruiz excited the Vincent Memorial crowd, silenced the Southwest Eagle crowd, and the two-point conversion pass to Oscar Garza tied the score. Ladies and gentlemen, gracing our halftime show is Jalen Fong from VSN, along with KYMA, newscaster, Supreme. And Jalen, tell us, what are your thoughts after 2 quarters of play?
Greg, thank you so much for allowing me to come up here for the halftime show. Obviously, it's an awesome atmosphere right here. Both of these schools call this field home, and there's been a lot of rivalry between these two schools over the past couple of years. Vincent's had the upper edge over the past couple of years, but obviously the new coach, Coach Plinko, has the Eagles off to a hot start, 2-1, and they feel they have the upper hand. Obviously, with Logan Youngers being in a new position, that feel like they give him a better spark offensively, and they got off to a very slow start, down 12-0, but Logan Youngers 3 receptions, 137 so far, and those 2 TDs, like you mentioned. It's been an awesome first half, and then obviously the unfortunate 97-yard bomb by Jacobo. I was saying the folks on the sideline, you got Jacobo Elias and you got time. You go for it. And the next play, he throws that bomb, and next thing you know, you have a tie ball game.
Well, you can't count him out because he can beat you with a pass, his arm, or his legs. Last year, he accounted for 2,900 passing yards for 27 touchdowns, and he had about 780 yards rushing for 7 touchdowns, 3,600 total yards, and he's closing in on 10,000 career total yards in his high school career in the San Diego CI section. Tell us, what have you seen on Jacobo Elias?
Elusiveness. That's the name of the game for him. Ever since he was a freshman, the way he gets out of the first line of defense, you automatically know that he's going to have a great pass, or he's going to put his team in the best position to get a good down the field pass. The main thing for Southwest is getting to him on that first line of attack, getting him down before he's able to scramble, because he's at his best when he scrambles, getting his receivers time to go down the field, And obviously, like you mentioned with Oscar Garza, the 60-yard bomb in the beginning of the game, and of course the 97-yard TD pass to end off the first half. You give him a little time, and he's going to make you pay for it.
Well, they had a lot of graduating seniors last year, several that made all-league, like Andre Rodriguez, who was Elias's favorite target. This year, he's not starting from scratch because they have Diego Cisneros, number 6, who we haven't seen catch any big, targeted for any passes tonight, but he came in with 19 receptions from last year for 340 yards and 6 TDs to his credit. Vincent seems like they have to start all over again offensively, but there's such a strong reliance on Elias, and if he's on all cylinders, that kind of stifles the offense.
Obviously, yes. And you take a look at the first half, they're running the ball on first down, trying to give a little bit of a breather so he's not scrambling and throwing it all the time. They're going to need to have a little bit more of that, a little more success, getting 3, 4, 5 chunk yards on first down, hopefully not putting them behind the sticks, and that'll alleviate some pressure off Elias in the second half.
Well, the offensive line for Vincent Memorial is being rebuilt. They're led by number 60, Gabriel Tobias Duarte, but overall, he's the anchor of that offensive line. They're young. They've got to get familiarized with the talents of Jacobo Elias and the fact that he could run at any time. So on pass plays, they have to make sure that to hold their blocks, they can't run downfield, because if he decides to throw and they think he's going to run, well, those gains will be nullified by penalties, and that's what really marked Vincent's first half efforts, is that they were inside the red zone twice, and they had their scores nullified because of penalties.
Yeah, and then also you got to sustain those drives. A couple of times, Vincent had a couple of promising drives stopped by penalties, and they had to punt it away. Southwest really has been kind of sporadic. That first quarter was very slow for them, and they kind of picked it up in the second, getting Youngers a couple of screen passes for long touchdowns. That's been what's been killing them. Vincent's been controlling the game for the most part, but it's that confidence in seeing a couple points being put on the board for Southwest and them taking the lead. It's a 0-0 ball game now, even though it's 20-20. It's anyone's ball game. Southwest is going to get right now to start the second half. It's who's going to come out strong and fast in the first couple of series. That's going to dictate how the second half goes.
And we've always said whoever has the ball last
obviously
will determine the outcome of the game if it's a close game. Vincent's been in those scenarios early in the season, and they have a 1-2 1-loss record, where Southwest came into tonight's ball game with 2 victories and 1 loss. What do you expect to see the final 2 quarters here of action?
Final 2 quarters, hopefully, if Vincent's able to sustain those drives, and if you're able to give Youngers a little bit more assistance on the line. They're using him as a decoy on the far side and throwing away from him. If he's your best player, he's got to be on your near side. You got to be throwing to him as many times as possible, or giving him blockers or space to operate on. Try not to use him as a decoy. Utilize him, and look what happens. You utilize him, he gets 3 catches and 2 TDs. That can only lead you to success if you're Coach Blinko.
Now, as far as an element of surprise is concerned, since he was a standout quarterback last year, the previous 3 years he grew into the position starting his freshman year. You think there'll be any trick plays up Coach Blinko's sleeve, where they pitch it out to Youngers thinking that he's going to run with the ball, and then he'll pull up and fire downfield to somebody?
They tried it at the end of the first half, and that play just takes too long to develop. The best thing to do if you're Coach Blinko and if you're Youngers, get the ball downfield. They're using a 2-receiver set and throwing it to those double coverage. If one guy doesn't get it, hopefully that there's another guy to back him up, or hopefully not force an interception. Make sure that Youngers is on that side. Give the ball to your best player and let him work.
Well, the best defender for the Vincent Memorial Scots is number 12, Esteban Turner, along with Lucio Ascolani, who had several interceptions last year, returned for TDs. And then their outside linebacker, Juan Carlos Sáenz.
Yeah, and Ascolani, like you mentioned, he has a very
who also intercepted a pass last year and returned it for 20 yards for a TD. So what do we see from Vincent on their side of the ball?
Vincent, obviously, hopefully you're not going to have too many missed coverages out, and hopefully you're able to close in on Youngers, because he's going to be like the main cog for that offense. And offensively, you let Jacobo work. Make sure you give him enough time to get receivers down the field and stop with the short passes, because that's not his game. Give him space. If he needs to scramble, do it. And then obviously try to look for the long ball.
Well, you moved over to KYMA and you haven't missed a beat, Jalen. You're still on top of everything. We enjoy watching your show at 6 in the morning. And I'm always on my third cup of coffee as you're on. So keep up the good work. And thank you for coming up and gracing our halftime show. Ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Fong.
Where are you guys going to be at?
Thank you, Jalen Fong, for that outstanding interview.
That's right, John. He's always very insightful, keen analysis. Here, after 2 quarters of play, he's familiar with both teams. Vincent Memorial, the visiting Scots, along with the hosting Eagles of Southwest High School. As we get set for Vincent's kickoff to Southwest, they deferred in the first half, and Vincent put points right away, running out to a 12-0 lead. But the Eagles showed their resilience in the second quarter and rebounded and came back to take a 20-12 lead. But in the closing minute of the first half, an Elias connection on a 96-yard bomb to Miguel Ruiz got Vincent back in the ball game, and then the 2-point conversion pass to number 2, Oscar Garza, who had 2 touchdown pass catches to his reception. To his credit, one of them being a 60-yard reception. Come on, John, it's only a cricket. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome back the voice of choice, the real deal, that cricket lover, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
And if I told you what I did with them crickets back in the day.
Remember those in the...
Yeah, but when they come buzzing behind your back. It is a little bit awkward.
Oh, John.
Anyway.
We used to put them down people's shirts and dance around in the summertime. Just like the House of Pain, jump around.
Elias kicking off for the Scots. Linian and Youngers back to receive.
So Youngers put on quite a show from the wide receiver position, John, in the first half with 2 long touchdown pass catch and runs to his credit. Last year we saw him as a quarterback. What do you think thus far after 2 quarters of play?
Oh, he's a force to be reckoned with for the Southwest Eagles, and started off as a freshman playing quarterback. End over end, Lillian at the 6 brings it up. 20, 25. Stutter steps and jumps over the 35-yard line to the 36.
Brought down by number 25, Eric Munoz, on the kick coverage team for Vince Memorial. So, ladies and gentlemen, pull up your favorite chair, your favorite beverage, and let's enjoy the final 2 quarters of high school football, brought to you live on Valley Sports Network, your official high school football network. So we welcome back the voice of choice, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown. Take it away, John.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 36. Under center, Mills, Cervantes in the backfield. Youngers in motion. Stutter steps, and he'll give it to Cervantes. But nothing there as he runs into a wall of Scots and then loses 2 yards.
That was number 52, Emiliano Fimbres, the younger brother of Baraquel Fimbres, the son of Barra Fimbres and Barbara Ainsley Fimbres. as one of the captains, Juan Carlos Sáenz, barking out the defensive signals, exhorting his teammates on as the defense needs to tighten up against the offense of Southwest, who put 20 points on the board in the first half, primarily the Mills to Youngers connection.
Youngers in motion. He'll take it. And he goes around the far side. Carries a few guys with him, gets a first down, and picks up 12 yards, 13 yards.
And that was number 12, Esteban Turner, finally able to put the final stop and hit on him as Youngers. Would you call that a jet sweep, John?
Very much so, yes.
So, a 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they advance the ball to their own 46-yard line.
Under center. Handing off to number 32, Underwood. Crossing midfield and into Scott territory.
Number 56, outside linebacker, Juan Carlos Sáenz, along with number 32, Ricardo Montiel, making the stop. Excellent lateral speed and movement by the linebacker Sáenz as he came across. And what a play.
Cervantes.
Number 52, Emilio Fimbres.
Just blew the line and stopped Cervantes 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Only a junior, John. There's a lot of sophomores and juniors on the starting defense. They may be a year away from being a great defensive team, but they're a good one right now. And they're starting to show their mettle here in the opening minutes of the third quarter. 9:44 remaining. A 2020 ball game if you just joined us. Southwest going left to right in their purple jerseys, white pants, and all purple helmets. Vincent Memorial in all white with their Las Vegas gold helmets.
3rd and short, Cervantes the ball carrier. No gain on the play.
And that was number 31,
Ascolani,
along with Emilio Fimbres and Sáenz coming to finish him off, coming over the top. So gang tackling there exhibited by the Vincent defense. Southwest now faced with a 4th and 3. The ball at the Vincent Memorial 47-yard line. And they'll looks like they're going to go for it, John.
Yeah, they will. As number 19 is coming into the football game, that is Andres Lopez.
And so is Logan Youngers is coming in. He'll be split to the near side. Number 2, Cole Redden to the far side. They've been using Youngers as a decoy here on this offensive formation.
Mills over the middle pass is caught.
That's number 13, William Lillian.
Number 19.
Oh, correction.
That is Andres Lopez just coming into that game. He'll get the first down and more. And they'll move the chains. And at the 38 now.
Well, Jalen Fong commented that the team that comes out in the third quarter putting their pedal to the metal, or is it vice versa, metal to the pedal?
Pedal to the metal.
Well, nevertheless, you got to keep your foot on the gas, John.
That's what it means. Under center, Mills, Underwood. Takes it to the 36.
And number 52 and 56, Fimbres and Sáenz making the stop there.
Not till after he picks up 2 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 8 for the Eagles.
You know, some of these Vincent Memorial players have had their numbers changed from last year. So I was meeting with Fernando Santana, the assistant head coach, on Tuesday at the Vincent Memorial practice. When they're juniors, they're able to buy and pick out and buy their jerseys.
And they got their names on them.
And then they get to keep them.
Underwood and Mills in the backwood with trips to the left side. Mills rolling, has pressure, airs it out. Pass is caught. Youngers inside the 15, right at the 15.
So
Big play
he caught him
for
right,
the Eagles.
right in the seam between the the Vincent Memorial secondary. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing the Calexico Bulldogs tomorrow night as they host the O'Farrell Academy Falcons. But tonight, it's Southwest and Vincent Memorial.
And Younger's taking it into the 15-yard line on an excellent reception
John,
by Mills.
if I make another verbal mistake, I'll start putting quarters in the kitty.
Okay. We would have had $10 by now.
In the penalty box.
Mills to Underwood.
Underwood spins, tries to get away.
Is brought down by number 0, Martinez.
Along with number 56,
Juan Gabriel.
Juan Carlos Sáenz, who's making his presence felt from his inside linebacking position. They had him on the outside in the first half, and now he's more comfortable playing on the inside and making his presence felt here as he's been involved in almost every tackle since the second half kickoff.
And losing about 3 yards there, Vic.
So it'll be 2nd and 13. The ball at the 18-yard line of Vincent Memorial. The Southwest Eagles driving towards the eastern goal, being defended by Vincent Memorial High School.
Mills out of the shotgun. Underwood there to protect him. Going to the near side. A man is wide open and can't hang on to it. Number 13 is William Lillian. A little frustrated there because he knew he had that touchdown.
Well, a beautifully thrown pass, a fly pattern to the southeast corner of the end zone here at Eagle Field, and would have been a 6-pointer for the Eagles, but a lucky break for Vincent Memorial.
3rd and 13 at the 18 going in for the Eagles. 5:27 remaining, third quarter.
So Southwest in the red zone. You kind of pick 4 or 5 plays, John, that you're going to run.
Rolling out. Mills stops. Airs it now. This time it's good. No, it's number 19 for the Eagles. That's Andres Lopez. Touchdown, Southwest. From a pass at the 18-yard line to Andres Lopez. Mills connects. And the Eagles take it to the house.
So Mills picking out a different receiver, not named Youngers, and Lopez takes advantage of the opportunity as he comes up with a touchdown reception. With 5:20 remaining here in the third quarter, Southwest breaks the tie of 2020 and takes a 6-point lead as we get set for the point after attempt. The last time they tried an extra point kick, it was blocked by Ricardo Montiel. Now they're going to go for 2.
And that is Cervantes, number 32. Underwood, taking it. But no luck there. And so with 5:17 to go, third quarter, we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Live at Eagle Field. Eagles just scored a touchdown. They're up 26-20. Extra point was no good. And getting set to kick off for the Eagles is number 22. That is Joel Zapata. And Carranza and Cervantes back to receive for the Eagles. Going to number 22. Bringing it up.
That's Roberto Carranza.
And finding a lot of room. And is pushed out of bounds crossing midfield at about the 45.
Well, let's see how Vincent responds to the punch thrown by Southwest here with 5:08 remaining here in the third quarter as they took the second half kickoff from Jacobo Elias and marched the ball downfield on the steady passing of Matt Mills and finally connecting with Andres Lopez in the end zone to give the Eagles a much-needed 6-point lead. As we have Miguel Reese, number 4, split here to the near sideline, standing between the 45 and 50-yard line.
Trips left with Elias faking the dive and keeping the football. Finding some room and a much big first down, taking it inside the 25. Wow.
Running behind the blocking of Gabriel Tobias Duarte and Andre Camacho, along with Carlos Valdez, opening up a hole, and Elias picking up excellent yardage, advancing the ball to the 23 of Southwest. Southwest defending the western goal.
So 1st and 10 at the 23. Elias and Carranza in the back. Elias stepping up, scrambling, lets it out. Carranza's open, touchdown.
And just like that, John,
Vincent Memorial.
2 plays and Vincent scores.
Elias found Carranza after scrambling a bit in the back, and from whatever it was, 25 yards out, he takes it to the house.
But John, let's give credit to the offensive line, the center, Carlos Valdez, the guards, Andre Camacho and Gustavo Leon, the tackles, Duarte and Martinez, providing ample time for Elias to comfortably stand in his pocket and shift off to his right to find the receiver in the end zone. So now we get set for the point after attempt,
which could put the Scots on top.
Garza with a hold. Valdez with a snap.
And I think that was intentional, wasn't it?
I don't know. Nobody's running out for a pass.
It was a beautiful snap to the quarterback, but it probably wasn't. That was the second time it happened.
Right.
With 4:25 remaining in this third quarter.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
InnerCare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Live at Eagle Field with the Scots on top. 20. Oh, they didn't make it.
No, they're tied. 26-26.
This is a barn burner, folks. Division 5, CIF San Diego section, Imperial Valley League, Desert League. End over end kick. Bringing it up.
Lillian. Oh, no, that's number 20.
Julian Lopez. And Julian Lopez out of bounds at the 35.
Brought down by number 23, Nicolas Davalos.
Julian Lopez.
And so the Eagles will take over at their own 35-yard line at the near hash mark in front of the Southwest bench.
4:18 remaining in the third quarter. The Eagles, with their vaunted offensive attack, coming out of the huddle. Underwood in the backfield with Mills. Youngers looks like he split to the far side. Coming this way to the near side. Wait a minute.
That was Youngers.
There's Youngers on the near side. It looks like he's grabbing his ankle.
Yeah, he lost his balance there. Did he sprain his ankle on that?
You'll have to get that checked out.
Either that or it's a cramp. Well, we can't provide any medical
diagnosis here, Vic.
You got it right.
We don't have any licenses from the MDA.
HIPAA.
So it'll be a 2nd and 10.
Well, anyway, we've seen some much improvement on the Vincent Memorial rush defense here against the offensive attack of the Southwest Eagles as they've been stuffing the run. It's the secondary that's been having their trouble trying to keep the core of receivers of the Eagles in check.
Looked like he was faking the dive, but
well, that
not
was
executed well.
Blown up by Juan Carlos Sáenz, blitzing from his inside linebacking position along with number 23, Nicholas Davalos. Drop for a loss there. It'll be 3rd and 12. As now we have Sáenz limping off the field.
Yeah, it looks like Youngers does have a cramp, so he'll be fine.
We can't give any medical diagnosis here, John.
I said it looks like.
You can't even look.
Pro set, under center. Mills dropping back. Stepping up. Airs it out over the middle. A man is open there. Number 13 is William Lillian.
Guarded closely by number 32, Ricardo Montiel, the grandson of the late Richie Montiel. Excellent coverage provided by the defensive back.
It'll bring up a 4th and long, 4th and 12. And punting for the Eagles, number 22, Joel Zapata. And back at
no, it's number 22 is Andrew Flores.
Oh, Andrew Flores. What did I say? Oh, 21 I said.
Is it 21?
22.
Andrew Flores.
And it'll take an Eagle bounce at the 25.
And down by number 21, Joel Zapata.
So the Scots are going to take over 1st and 10 with 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And we're tied at 26.
Well, with 3:10 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, tie ball game 26-26. The Vincent defense rose to the occasion there and stifled the offensive attack of the Eagles. And now the Cobo Elias-led Scott offense will be coming out on the field. Starting from their own 24-yard line, John Moreno with the call.
Elias in the pocket. Takes it up. Breaking tackles and into the 30-yard line. A pickup of 5. Looked like a lot more, but it was only 5.
And to make the stop, number 77, Sergio Patiño, along with number 52, Domingo Alcaraz. So it'll be a 2nd and 5 from the Scott 30-yard line. 2:29 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 26-26 ball game.
Elias and Carranza in the backfield, out of the gun. Elias. Cervantes in motion. He'll take the ball on a jet sweep, but brought down hard by number 27 for the Eagles. That is Fernando Cervantes.
So Cervantes not fooled on that play as he snuffed it out right away and thrown for a loss.
They're going to give him that forward progress, so it'd be a 3rd and maybe 11.
Well, it was a 2nd and 5 when the play started.
Okay, so he lost
a loss of 6.
Elias stepping it up. Can't bring him down. Cervantes with a catch. And going off to the far sideline.
Good enough for a 1st down. Pick up about 14 on the play.
Getting the 1st down for Vincent Memorial.
1:23 left in the 3rd.
So another player down for the Southwest Eagles. And so time will be called. We'll be back with more in a minute on Valley Sports Network.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
And we're back live at Eagle Field on a 1st and 10. Scots at their own 42-yard line. Faking the dive, keeping the football. Jacobo Elias crossing midfield, getting up first down and more, and pushed out of bounds at the 40, penalty flag. Looks like a late hit, maybe.
That was number 3, Dylan Galicia, with that late hit after Jacobo was already defenseless, stepping out of bounds. So they'll add, 10 yards to the
personal foul
to the run? So Elias able to take the ball from the Vincent 42-yard line and advance it 20 yards to the Southwest 40-yard line, 38-yard line, and now with that personal foul, the ball will be advanced deep into Southwest territory at the 25-yard line. So with 46 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, once again, Vincent Memorial knocking on the door inside the 30.
Elias, shotgun, 1st and 10.
We got Miguel Ruiz here in the near.
Going to Pereira, pass is caught, and Pereira will take it up. Picking up 4.
Intended receiver number 1, Alvaro Pereira.
So Pereira, the intended receiver there in that short slant in, as Miguel Ruiz was running a deep pattern. Look for the Scots to come back to that formation later in this offensive series as the clock is running. This may be the last play of the third quarter.
Under 20 seconds.
Vincent taking their time.
Ball at the 21. Carranza in the backfield, looking in his direction. The pass is caught. Stutter stepping and juking left and right, finding a lot of room down the far sideline. Flags flying like confetti, takes it into the end zone.
Right, that touchdown pass play nullified, blocking on the back by the Vincent secondary receiver, so they'll call that play back, John. An unfortunate circumstance for Vincent Memorial. It would have given them the lead in the closing seconds of the third quarter.
And that will be the last play of the third quarter.
So if that play stands as a penalty and nullifying the touchdown catch and run from Elias to Carranza, after 3 quarters of play, Vincent Memorial 26, Southwest 26.
And that's the end of the third quarter. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth quarter. 26-26 ball game here. An exciting display of offensive football marred by a couple of costly penalties on blocking or offsides, but we're guaranteed 12 minutes of exciting action as we welcome back the voice of choice, your friend John Moreno.
Starting the fourth quarter, the Scots were at the 21, now they're at the 31.
Yeah, I've got to stand up for this one.
But they're moving it up now. They're going to spot it.
My legs are starting to cramp.
We can't talk about that, Vic. HIPAA rules.
We can't give ourselves an own personal assessment?
No. 27-yard line, folks. 2nd and 12. Scots with Elias and Carranza in the back. Shotgun snap. Elias feeling the pressure. Back and forth. Evades tacklers. They just slide off him. But not that time, as number 25 in there on the stop for the Eagles. That is Chance Bermudez.
A standout.
A sack.
A standout pitcher on the Southwest baseball team. And here making his presence felt with 11:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. So flushed out of the pocket, the scrambling Jacobo Elias, unable to find a receiver downfield, let alone running room to try to take advantage of the scattered defense, and chased down by Chance Bermudez.
3rd and 10 and 20. Elias. Airs it out.
Oscar Garza, number 2.
Before being brought down by the Eagle defenseman, number 52, Domingo Alcaraz.
So Domingo Alcaraz making that tackle there from his linebacking position. So 4th down and about 10. So Vincent will be going for it as number 1, Alvaro Pereira, comes in with a play from Fernando Santana on the sideline.
Ball at the 25.
So if the offensive line of Vincent can give, well, a time has been called with 10:23 remaining.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Live at Eagle Field with a 4th down. The Scots, 10 yards to go. Ball at the Eagle 25-yard line.
So what would you call in this situation, John? Obviously a pass, but if Elias sees any daylight, it wouldn't surprise if he tucked it under his arm and takes off running.
He's spreading out the offense, Vic. Trips and doubles. Elias is looking for a receiver and kind of underthrows number 4.
Miguel Ruiz. He was open, so was Roberto Carranza in the middle of the field at the 10-yard line. And a slightly underthrown pass. And the Vincent Memorial Scots will be turning the ball over on downs. So taking over at their own 25-yard line will be the Southwest Eagles with 10:17 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 26-26 ball game. And providing the play-by-play commentary, John Moreno.
Thank you, Vic. Under center, Mills, Underwood in the backfield. Underwood with the handoff. 30, 35, 40, and then runs out of bounds by Carranza, pushing him.
That was
does he pick up a first down?
He picked up a first down. Number 7, Patricio Carranza.
Penalty flags back there. Holding against Southwest.
So we'll bring that play back. Add some penalty yardage to the Southwest.
10 yards.
And it'll make it a 1st and 20.
At the 15. So, not a good thing for the Eagles in the 4th quarter, 10:13 remaining.
So split to the near sideline, number 2, Cole Redden.
Double tight. Mills is sacked way back by number 52 for
Emilio
Fimbres.
Fimbres, number 52, from his nose guard position.
Spotting the ball at the 6-yard line, going to bring up 2nd and long.
So the Eagles are way back at their end zone.
So Vincent Memorial going into their nickel defense as the Eagles are faced with a 2nd and forever from their 15-yard line. Eight defensive backs, 3 down linemen.
Mills and Underwood. Mills trying to get some breathing room and probably hit the ground before it was caught there by
Cole Redden, number 2. So the Vincent defense pushing back the Eagle offense deep in their own territory. They're inside their own 10-yard line, the ball at the 6.
3rd down and 25.
So number 5, Logan Youngers coming into the ball game.
Mills and Underwood. Mills out of the shotgun.
The Scott defense would be wise to keep Youngers in front of them.
And airing it out to Redden. Caught, but there's a penalty flag.
Was he pushed out of bounds before he made the catch?
And we'll see what the call is.
Well, where's the flag? Is it at the line of scrimmage?
It was no, it was thrown here at the 30.
Okay, so it could be pass interference by one of the defensive backs.
I guess there's no illegal block on the Eagles. That penalty is declined, so it'll bring up 4th and long.
Flag on the play is a pushing is going to be charged to the Eagles.
They have to punt.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
From their end zone.
So the Vincent punt defense can't be over eager and cause a penalty here, either roughing the punter or going off sides.
22 is punting for the Eagles. That is Andrew Flores. And it takes a Scott bounce. Cervantes didn't return it, so Scott's got pretty good field position now here in the 4th quarter.
So down by number 11, Ethan Vasquez with 9:03. Vincent with excellent field position. So what say you, John?
Well, I say this is a very evenly matched game, as we can tell by the score, but not only that, but by the plays from both teams and the big playmakers that we've seen tonight.
Well, they've all had their moments of brilliance, and they've been shining. The defense as well. The playmakers have been making the plays on both sides of the ball, on offense and defense.
1st and 10 at the 23 going in for the Scots. And a big handoff to Carranza, number 22.
And he's brought down by Joshua Urrutia.
So a 1st down and a whole lot more, taking it inside the 10. So it'll be a 1st and goal.
From the 9-yard line with 8:43 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 26-26.
And this could make a change here as Scott's in the red zone with a spread offense. Shotgun snap to Elias. Right side, almost intercepted, almost picked off by the Eagles, Julian Lopez.
Intended receiver number 2, Oscar Garza.
Garza not able to get on it. 8:18 and remaining. Brings up a 2nd and goal for the Scots.
Garza split to the near sideline. Reese in the slot.
Elias will keep the football and finds the end zone. Touchdown. Vincent Memorial from the 9-yard line. Jacobo Elias fakes the dive, keeps the football, and takes it to the house.
Faking the dive to Roberto Carranza, and the Southwest rush defense bid on it, and Elias pulled it back out and kept it, and was able to high step it into the southeast corner of the end zone. And as a result, with 8:10 remaining here in the 4th quarter, Vincent 32, Southwest 26.
And none of the teams have made a point after, or a 2-point.
There have been a 2-point conversion, but not a kick.
Oh, that's right. And this one is a kick by Elias.
It looks good.
And he does, and it is good. And so with 8:08 to go, 33-26, 4th quarter, Scots on top. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
In and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Casbro's Design Shop offers trophies, awards, custom t-shirts, embroidery, signs, and banners.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with 8:08 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Vincent Memorial 33, Southwest 26, as we get set for the kickoff from Jacobo Elias. Deep to receive.
Logan Youngers and number 13, Julian Lopez.
No, that's William Lillian.
Lillian, I'm sorry. Lopez is 20.
John, my sincerest apologies for correcting.
That's okay. It only happens once every 30 years.
Is there a full moon in sight?
No, that was last week. That was in the first of the month.
That was a blue moon. The next one will be in 2035.
Ba 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 ba, dang dang dang. There it is. Caught there, number 2.
Cole Redden.
Cole Redden, and brought down by number 11 for the Scots.
Ricardo Malo. That's the first time we've called out his name tonight. And an excellent open field tackle there. So the Southwest Eagles down by 7 points with 8:01 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Ball at the 35. First and 10.
Well, it looks like Logan Youngers is coming in at quarterback.
That's what preseason is all about, Vic.
So let's see if they're going to employ the Wildcat, taking advantage of Youngers' running ability, or will they have him throw?
Youngers in the shotgun. He's going to keep it. Almost runs into his man and is stopped by Turner, Esteban Turner, as Youngers takes it to the 40. Maybe the 39.
Diving to the 39-yard line.
Okay, so it'll be a 2nd and 6. A pickup of about 4 yards on the play. Youngers still at quarterback, number 5, replacing Matt Mills, number 15, who's played an outstanding football game thus far. So number 23 for Vincent Memorial, a little eager on the snap count, Davalos, and so they'll give the Eagles 5 yards.
Bring it a 2nd and 1.
Flag on the field is going to be charged to the Scots.
So you have to play mentally smart, John, if you're going to want to win ball games. And you can't give any gift yards to the opposing team. So now it's a 2nd and short.
Mills is back in there, Vic.
The ball at the 44-yard line of Southwest. Number 2, Redden, split to the near side.
Mills and Underwood. Mills that airs it out. And there should be no flag. Pass intended for Logan Youngers.
Well, it was Youngers that had his hands all over the defensive back. If there was any interference, it was offensive interference, in my opinion. Let's watch the replay. See Youngers hanging on to number 7, Patricio Carranza. So it'll be a 3rd and a long 1 for the Southwest Eagles. They have 2 plays to make 1 yard and a first down.
Ball at the 44.
Now you have Youngers split to the near side in the slot. Mills in shotgun formation.
Underwood in the backfield.
Moreno with a call.
Long count. Underwood takes the handoff, but nothing doing there.
And 56.
Fimbres and Martinez.
And Juan Carlos Sáenz, the three musketeers for Vincent Memorial, making that tackle.
And a loss of 5.
And Emilio Fimbres has been a monster here in the second half, John.
6 minutes to go, Vic.
Playing that nose tackle position, just stifling the running game.
A big play here needed to happen by the Eagles.
It's a 4th and 5. You've got Younger. It's
Mills.
Mills.
Mills is going to air it out. Looking for Lillian. Incomplete.
And that was Esteban Turner, that outstanding defender, making that key defensive stop. So the pass falls incomplete as it's knocked out of bounds. And so Vincent Memorial will take over downs as they win that battle. 5:36 remaining, John. Vincent in the lead, 33-26. Now that they not only can they control, they have to see if they can control the clock.
Right.
They have to control the ball.
And so far, a great game by both teams. 5.5 minutes here on the 7th of September.
Well, I
the
wouldn't
day
be
I'll always remember.
I'll always remember.
Jacobo Elias taking the dive, keeping the football, and gets room. A first down and more, taking it inside the 30 to the 29. 1st and 10, move those chains.
Not only that, John, it moves the clock, though it stopped for the first down.
But it usually starts up again. There it is.
So Vincent taking their time, coming out of their huddle. Elias flanked by number 24, Joel Cervantes.
Elias under center. Carranza couldn't find a hole, goes to the outside.
And that was number 52, Domingo Alcaraz, that had him by the jersey behind the line of scrimmage.
Picks up 3.
That's going to bring up 2nd down for Vincent.
And Carranza able to turn the negative into a positive by maintaining his balance, keeping his feet moving, and picking up a couple of yards. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for Vincent. The ball at the Eagle 28-yard line.
Carranza and Cervantes in the backfield with Elias under center, calling the signals. Takes a snap. Hands it off. Carranza going against the grain, trying to make something happen. And he does. He picks up about 6 yards, takes it to the 21.
But more importantly, he keeps the clock running. And once again, the clock is stopped at 4:13.
It looks like a timeout is called. Tonight's game is brought to you by Burgers and Beer. And stay tuned. We will have the Burgers and Beer players of the game. Come by and watch the VSN's Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer. By Driscoll's, serving the Imperial Valley since 1979. They take great pride in the years of experience and quality of custom silkscreen. Stop by their location at 1470 West State in El Centro. Driscoll's. By South Cali Air, stocks, installs, and services York and day and night models. Your air conditioning technicians will fit your home or business. South Cali Air. By Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955, excuse me. Order in or come in for that Italian dining experience. By Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Proud supporter of our U.S. military and Imperial Valley communities. By Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, your State Farm insurance agent, and like a good neighbor, located at 122 Main in Brawley. By Hart Insurance, your full-service insurance agency offering customized protection throughout California. By IV Welding and Mechanical, industrial welding contractor serving the geothermal and all industrial facilities in the Imperial Valley. By Johnny's Burritos, thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to serving you and your family for many years. Johnny's Burritos since 1963. By IVC, the #1 community college in the nation, a 2023 Aspen Prize winner. Elias on a third down. Finds a big hole up the middle and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vincent Memorial. Just like that, Jacobo Elias finds that seam, nobody there, reads it well, and another 6 points for the Scots.
Excellent blocking by the offensive line. Carlos Valdez, Gustavo Leon, Claudio Martinez, Andre Camacho, and Tobias Duarte, who goes by Gabriel. As Elias, he could have driven a semi-truck through there.
Two of them. We got a convoy, Vic. As they go for the point after, Elias made one earlier, looking for a second one. And he'll kick it and split the uprights. Didn't look good, but it is good. And so now, with 4 minutes to go, 40-26, the Scots. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Casbros, design shop that offers trophies and awards in Brawley. Casbros by JJ's Tires, 24-hour service, new tire sales and service, located at 199 Main Street. By La Fonda, experience the vibrant flavors of Mexico at La Fonda Bar and Grill. From sizzling carne asada to mouth-watering enchiladas, located at 1950 4th Street in El Centro. By the Town Pump, original steakhouse in the Imperial Valley, located in Westmoreland. Call them for reservations at 344-3663. By Keystone Employee Service, Keystone HR. For all your staffing needs, it's Keystone HR at 357-2929. And the Eagles are getting set for the kickoff. Back to receive is Youngers and Lillian. It'll go in the direction of Lillian, but it'll come up to him and be number 20. Number 20 being Julian Lopez.
Ball carrier number 20, Julian Lopez.
And we've got a little under 4 minutes to go in this football game. Let's see what the Eagles can do in under 4 minutes of play. They're down 40-26. So they'll move it up. There was a penalty flag. They'll move it up to the Scott 48-yard line.
Automatic first down for the Eagles.
So 1st and 10 for Southwest. Here we go. Mills and Underwood in the backfield. Doubles. Mills stepping up, has time over the middle. And the pass is caught by Logan Youngers as he is inside the 30, the 25. A big play for the Eagles. 1st and 10, move those chains.
An excellent grab by Logan Youngers as he had to cut his pass route short and come back to the ball as it was slightly underthrown, and he outfought the Vincent defender to come up with that catch and advance the ball inside the 25-yard line of Vincent Memorial. So with 3:22 remaining, the Eagles are still showing some life.
Trips
down
right
by a score of 14, 40-26.
1st and 10 at the 23. Screen, and there's nobody there, but running for his life was Matt Mills.
Pressure put on by number 9, Pablo Zavala, number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz, and number 23, Nicholas Davalos, and it seems like the quarterback, Matt Mills, is shaken up on the play there as he was slammed to the ground.
We can't see it on our instant replay.
So Logan Youngers here on the sideline quickly throwing some warm-up passes as Mills, the quarterback, will have to sit out at least one play.
He's getting up on his own.
Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is the sole property of VSN, the Valley Sports Network. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the owners is strictly prohibited. Take it away, John.
Well, they're checking him out. Now, they had him sit down. He got up, but they're having him sit down. Tonight's game is brought to you by Esquer Realty. Discover your dream home with Mark Esquer Realty. Our dedicated team is committed to finding the perfect property for you. Trust Mark Esquer for all your property needs. The mark of excellence. By El Centro PD, we are dedicated to serve our community through partnerships, professionalism, and uncompromising excellence. By La Fonda Bar and Grill, a fiesta of flavor in every bite, from sizzling carne asada to mouth-watering enchiladas. That's La Fonda Bar and Grill. By Letterman and Bros. Got your letter? You got your varsity letter? Come by Letterman and Bros and get your jacket started today. Call Dan at 693-5034. By Sanders Incorporated Architecture and Engineering. From dream to reality, we craft spaces that inspire. That's Sanders Incorporated, a proud sponsor of Imperial Valley football, and we wish all our Valley schools a safe and successful season. So that's Logan Youngers now in the shotgun. Cervantes and Underwood. Logan Youngers delays and tries to take it up the field, but is stopped. Again, Fimbres is in there along with Science and number 57.
So Fimbres, number 52, making the initial hit, and inside linebacker Juan Carlos Science coming off over the top. A loss of 3 on the play. So it'll be
3rd and 13, 3rd and 14. And Youngers in the backfield with Underwood. 3 receivers are split to the right side. Youngers rolling out. Takes it up to the 30, 25-20. And hit pretty hard as he goes down by number 32 for the Scots.
That was Ricardo Montiel, the outside linebacker, only a junior. You have several juniors on this defensive squad. Montiel, Lucio Ascolani, Science, Fimbres. Just to name a few, John, and they're all standout players.
Unlock your company's potential with Keystone HR, the trusted partner for all your human resource needs. From talent acquisition to employee development, we're here to streamline your HR processes and elevate your workforce. Choose Keystone HR and build a stronger, more productive future for your business. 357-2929. Youngers. And decides to keep it all the way to the end zone touchdown. It looked like he was going to be sacked, but poised in the pocket, fakes everybody out and takes it to the house for the Southwest Eagles. No flags.
No flags, and a minute 25 remaining, 32-40. So
Down
Southwest
by 8.
Down by 8. So they cut into that 14-point deficit. Do you go for 2 points, John, or do you try to just get 1 point here?
I would venture to 2-point conversion would just allow them to score one time and then tie it up.
Score and then onside kick.
Yep. Because they're down to a minute and a quarter.
Now, if the game ends up in a tie, because it's a non-league game, would we go into overtime?
I think it would be just, it would end up ends as a tie. Bad snap, but Youngers makes it happen. And he is scrambling, shoots it, and it's caught. what a play by Youngers to Julian Lopez. The 2-point conversion is good.
In this matchup tonight, the score is
Well, Youngers responding to the Vincent Memorial pass rush, scrambling to his right, reversing his field, coming around to the left, which a lot of quarterbacks are taught to do to evade the pass rush, and finding his receiver in the end zone. Now it's a 6-point ball game. And so Vincent return team will have to get their all-hand squad up front, John. Everybody that can catch a football will be in the front 5 as well as everywhere else. Receivers and running backs.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Sunbelt Rentals. Need equipment for your next project? Look to the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. We've got the tools you need, whether it's big or small. From construction to do-it-yourself, we got you covered. Fast, reliable, and affordable. Come by Highway 86 in Imperial or call us today. Visit sunbeltrentals.com. Thank you, Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, for your sponsorship. Like a good neighbor, and she is there in Brawley. Call her at 344-0447. By CR&R Incorporated. Are penalties piling up in your area? Team up with CR&R and Environmental Services, your local MVPs in trash and recycling. Just like your favorite football squad, we're all about teamwork. Tackle waste problems head on with our reliable collection services that'll keep your community in winning shape. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. And the onside kick, everybody's up. And falling on it is number 19 for the Scots.
Jose Quintana.
And now the Scots will need to get maybe one first down, maybe nothing. You know, they've got 1 minute, 15 seconds.
Well, they can either run quarterback keepers
and run off the clock.
Either that or just go into their victory formation.
3 times. And what a game this has been for both Division 5 contenders, the Southwest Eagles and the Vincent Memorial Scots. Vic?
Outstanding individual performances as well as a collective effort by both teams offensively and defensively. We saw some young players come to life in the second half.
Elias under center, giving it to Cervantes, and he's still running the ball, gets a first down.
Buck carrier number 24, Joel Cervantes, gets another first down for Vincent Memorial. Spotted about the 42-yard line.
And someone's calling a timeout, Vic.
Well, that most likely would be Southwest to stop the clock to see if they can get the ball back.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Let's move, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new products on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass?
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
Well, we've got 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. A timeout was called by the Eagles. A 1st and 10 for Vincent Memorial in Eagle territory. The ball resting at the 43.
Well, John, it's a first down. I would just go in victory formation 3 consecutive times until that 1 minute and 8 seconds
And that's
elapses.
what he's going to do it. And that should be it. We've got a couple more to go. And we've got it. One more time to do that. So we'll see what happens. And now we've got one or 2 weeks before the league starts, Vic.
Well, tomorrow night, where are we going to be, John?
Calexico's Ward Field.
And the Calexico Bulldogs will be hosting
O'Farrell Academy.
Charter School.
Right.
And they're from the Skyline District in San Diego, so that should be an interesting ball game and matchup. The Bulldogs 3-0. It looks like the Scots are going to even their record to 2-2, as Southwest, who came into the game with a 2-1 one-loss record, will see their record even out at 2-2 after 4 games. So for David Wong and Fernando Santana, they're returning back to the victory stand, and for first-year coach Pete Blinko, his team will fall to 2-2.
So that should be it. This should be it. It's a 3rd down. They'll take another knee and end this with a final score of 40-34 in favor of the Vincent Memorial Scots. We'd like to thank all our listeners tonight. Vic, listeners, viewers, who are the players of the game tonight for this game?
There were several players on both sides that were capable of being selected, and it was a very difficult choice. But the consistency throughout the game on offense was provided by Vincent Memorial's Jacobo Elias, and the defensive player is number 52, who really came to life in the second half, Emilio Fimbres. So they'll both be the recipients of the Burgers and Beer Player of the Game gift certificates.
And we thank you all for tuning in to the Valley Sports Network. Thank you to our program director, Will Torres of VSN, our technician in the booth, Jose Alejos, our cameraman, Luis Panchito Garcia. Join us tomorrow. We've got a game tomorrow from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, when VSN will be in Calexico taking on the, getting the Calexico O'Farrell game. Again, tonight's final score, Vincent Memorial 40, the Southwest Eagles 34. Tomorrow night you can also catch the Brawley game with Will and Ron. Again, Victor, thank you for tuning us in. This is our 30th year, and we'd like you to tune us in tomorrow and every time we broadcast. Good night.